everyone, I'm Michael.
And I'm Justin. We are Prego Italia. We are American expats, formerly from California, now living full-time in beautiful Scalea, Italy. And today it is a gorgeous day.
It is very nice.
We have a serious subject to tackle with you, so we thought we'd come to a beautiful location.
And try to be serious.
Yes, we're down here at the Lido's, right by the beach behind us, in a nice quiet spot on a bench. Might be a little traffic noise every once in a while, so hopefully that doesn't interfere. But we're going to tackle a serious topic today.
Yes.
But before, actually, we'd like to tell you to please hit like and subscribe.
Yes, of course. Yes, please, if you've not done so, hit like and subscribe. It's the easiest way to help this channel grow. You guys know you love us, so please go ahead and do that for us.
And thank you for your comments in advance. We always love to read them and reply. It's always a lot of fun.
Yes.
Today is a very serious topic. So regarding the comments, we will not name the person who we're speaking of in the comments and such.
And we will start this video off by saying the only reason we're doing this is because we, our videos, our channels about living in Italy, that life.
And part of your Italian dream, sometimes there is negative parts and stuff. And, you know, we do promote the area. We love it. It's usually 100% wonderful. But
when there's something that could create a problem, we want to tell you about it so you don't have the same issues.
Our goal is to save others from having to go through the heartache, headache, and financial ouch that we did. So we're going to kind of share with you a personal experience that we encountered, which wasn't good. And we're going to share that with you. And
first,
to save you. Anyway, to start off, we do have good news. Today was actually the official sale closing of our large condo with the terrace. So we officially closed on that today. So we just went to the closing at the Notaio, and it was a very nice experience here in Scalea. Very efficient and quick, and we got a beautiful lunch afterwards.
Yes.
And so that was an enjoyable experience, and we wish the people that purchased that
we hope
from the
you
UK
guys, if you're watching this, we hope you have years of enjoyment and
enjoy that beautiful view. We did
absolutely. So
yay. So anyway, that's the good news. But so that actually is the reason, because the sale of that property probably occurred quicker than the person that we purchased through intended. So we kind of found out something. So to make a long story short,
but we're gonna start by doing I'd like to say we talked to another YouTuber, Chris
Sobolev, a super savvy traveler. She's great, and we do want to give a testimonial. We've not personally had Chris as like our property shopper, so we didn't use her for our purchases, but we know her. She does a great job. People are very pleased with her. We highly recommend her. And as a consultant for property finding and the purchase process, she's a great consultant.
And she had asked, or she saw this as a topic of importance as well.
Yes.
So she sort of, I guess,
well, she's done she's already done 2 videos, Beware of Shark and such. So
right, but she urged us to tell our story about it as well.
So we're going to give a first-hand experience from those that were taken advantage of us. But Chris at Super Savvy Traveler Channel, she's also promoting in her way to beware of sharks and such. So we would like to say Chris is great. We stand behind her business practices. And also, she has offered in her videos, if you want to run names of realtors by her, she'll give you any info that she's heard, including anything bad that she's checked into, including her connections at the Scalea police, if anybody's had reports on them. So that's a good resource.
Okay, hold on, there's people coming by walking, so I don't want to get background noise.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Great. Well, anyway, so as a resource, as Chris has kindly offered on her videos on the Beware of Sharks and such, you can run. If you have any questions on actual realtors that you might be using in our Calabria area, feel free to run those by Chris through her Super Savvy Travelers channel, and take her opportunity of her invite to let her tell you if she gives a thumbs up or down on anything she's heard or through research and police.
The one thing I'm gonna say is, you know, when you're looking into buying in Italy, it's a paradise. It really is. And so I think you kind of allow yourself to think that in this perfect paradise, everybody's trustworthy, everybody's nice.
In my opinion, you know, people who seek expats and stuff, I think we just generalizing, probably most have a very artistic personality, dreamers and so dreamers.
We're gonna keep the hand down.
But in my opinion, most people that purchase in another country probably have that dreamy, trustworthy personality, so they're into trusting people and such. But we would like to reiterate what Chris has also said. Check everything. So since we've already started off with the good of giving our testimonial of Chris Sobolev as giving our thumbs up to using her services, now we will share firsthand. So to make a long story short, when we purchased, did remotely. We saw actually many years ago a realtor on an international house shopping program that aired in the U.S. and it actually took place in Scalea and different areas. And that particular realtor we used many years when he was much younger was on that program. And so that was our initial introduction to seek out in the area to look him up,
right?
Which we did. He is in his probably about early 60s, I'd say, is British with a British accent. And he comes across very charming.
He does.
As most people that con you do present themselves as charming and helpful to build your confidence. So, we were, charmed.
I'm going to say the one thing that he did that really made us believe he was a decent person was when we were first looking for our apartment. We looked online at another apartment in Via Faro, and online you couldn't see the incline of the hills. And he wrote back that he was refusing to show us that apartment because the incline would be so bad that I, with a disability, would not be able to handle it.
And so we thought, oh, cool, how
He's
thoughtful.
Looking out for
that
us.
Was so sweet. So that helped to build up an initial trust for this person. We did get a POA. He actually he was POA, so we weren't present. It was a remote purchase, so he was the power of attorney. We signed off, so he handled all of the, actually everything in the notario for us and such.
Right.
Well, as soon as we did move here and purchase, yes, he did a show around, showed us the grocery store, the initial stuff, which is also part of the charm.
Right.
But we started to go to where expats hang out. And we went, when we first moved here, we started going to expat meets because a lot of expats meet at different pasticherias in the evening and stuff. So we were meeting a lot of expats and we would bring up, we used blank as our, to help us with the purchase. And everything from the fingers up, like the cross symbol, do that, Michael. We were getting this and people were like, the devil. We don't talk about that person. That person's a shyster and every bad thing.
And I'm going to say right here that, we don't necessarily listen to other people's words. It wasn't just hearsay. But when we were hearing the stories they were telling, there was enough similarities between things we were already starting to see that it did raise some flags and it did raise some concerns.
So socially we started to back off. We weren't ever rude to the person, but we were skeptical of, so many people are saying, bad things about that person and stuff. We were like, geez. So, we were hearing tales of people getting ripped off and such and different things and cons. And we were like, wow, oops. So it was kind of disappointing to hear such things.
And I think one of our things was, we instantly started seeing that he used for money because we would be invited to go talk things over, go do coffee with him.
Oh, yep.
And then all of a sudden he'd get up and leave and we'd be stuck with
the bill. Yeah, his day's bill at the Lido that we met at before. How nice. Where they just get up and go and we're stuck paying
That was the reason we stopped hanging out with him.
Because we're like, that happens once and twice and third time we'd be stupid. So so that happened more than once. So anyway, to make a long story short, at our sale of our condo, we have everything in black and white. We've had professionals check all documents. This is not hearsay. We will not name the name until our attorney in the future tells us it's okay to, and then we'll happily give this person's name. But right now we just prefer not to name the name.
And I think that's actually okay because right now this video isn't about, this video is not about naming him specifically.
It's generalized protection.
This video is about telling you guys that there are these situations in Calabria. They are small and
that person might not be the only one. So just be careful of others because who knows? There could be others out there as well. This is our particular situation. Everything is in black and white. Everything's in documentation, so we're not doing hearsay and such. So that's already been reviewed by professionals to catch this. So how it was caught. We sold the property, and Yvonne DeLuca, who does our bill pay and we used as in the sale of this home, was going through everything, and he said, gentlemen, the HOA of the complex that we sold, the condo community, said there is 3,000 euros. That is an unpaid assessment. That assessment was initiated in 2019. By the way, we purchased in 2021. So this has been a long time. He says your realtor should have informed you of this, and this should all be noted out, and this has to be paid. It wasn't paid. And we went, what? because specifically in documentation, that 3,000 euro, please don't think we're stupid, was sent to the private personal account of this agent who told us that they would pay that off for the seller. That was a fee.
And once again, I'm going to at this point reiterate that trust had been gained based off of the fact that he was looking out for my best interest as a disabled person. We instantly had trust.
Okay, Michael meant because he stirred us away originally from going up to the hill area. Michael had just, oh, what a trusting person. So, but here we are.
And the fact that he had been on TV was another reason.
Yes, not that that is anything with trust. But anyway, to make a long story short, we had no idea that this individual did not pay off the 3,000 euro to the HOA at time of purchase of this property, which was what it was sent over for and what it was intended for.
Yes.
So that was unknown to us until we find out now at the sale that had never been paid. Wow. So we immediately contact that person and tell them they need to pay this, giving the benefit of the doubt, perhaps, of their mistake that we were willing to let them.
Well,
but to make matters worse, they informed Yvonne that they said, oh, that's up to the seller, and they named her name and said she's supposed to take care of that.
No, what Yvonne had said was the seller had taken care of it. So if that is true, why did he need the money anyways?
Don't confuse people. Yvonne said that's what this person told Yvonne, that it was taken care of by the seller, naming the seller's name, and that she's supposed to have taken care of it. That's ridiculous, because the 3,000 was wired to this agent's or helper's personal account for paying that off, and normally all of the other deposits and such went through their realty account. And that's another thing was discovered. In the contract, 3,000 was the actual deposit of our purchase, and we find out that we were told to send by this person in documentation 4,000 euro. So they pocketed another 1,000 euro off the top. That is not the deposit. So please make sure everything is itemized. I know Chris on her channel said that, but the importance is there's a wedding going on in the background. Excuse the horns, a party, but I don't think it'll disturb us. So check things are not itemized, because in documentation, this person lumps in the notary fee with their fees, and everything's not particularly itemized correctly. When you have trust, unfortunately, you are too trusting. So once again, to clarify, please let me reiterate the facts in documentation to be clear. The person that we used to purchase the property of the condo we just sold, we purchased in April 2021. This person, in documentation now being discovered, did not pay 3,000 euro that was due at the time of purchase, and we provided the 3,000 to this person to pay off an HOA assessment, which was to do all of the building plaster, which has not been done yet, but it was collected all for the redoing of the building, and that had originally been initiated in 2019 before our purchase. So we were to have been notified of all that and such. This person collected 3,000 and did not pay it. And then now, upon our selling, that came up, presented to this person who's not paid it yet. We've given them chances now. We've asked them to please pay it, and we've given them a time limit to pay it. They've exceeded that and tried to dance around of, oh, we should meet. We don't need to meet this person in person to discuss this. We told them in email, this is the facts, pay it up, and you need to do this. And we told them, or we will have our legal counsel take care of it, which at this point, we will have our legal counsel take care of it, which is unfortunate.
And the one reason why we're not going to meet this person is because, seriously, what could they say in face? There is no argument. This person took money, and the only reason they want to meet us in face is either to yell at us or deliver some sort of negativity,
or threats, or something that we don't need to partake in.
There is nothing this person can say that will take away from the fact that this is documented money that has gone missing.
And then on top of it, the missing 1,000 euro, which was Skyped off the top of the 4,000 we were told to provide as a deposit, and we faithfully did via wire, and then in contract stated that only 3,000 is for the deposit. So yes, you have to check thoroughly all of your contracts. Yes, if you're like us and you have trust in people and build trust, then your defenses are down. So no matter who they are, make things itemized and be firm. And if somebody presents as friendly, a friend, they took you when you came into the grocery store or showed you some restaurants and stuff, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be watching it. There's an old expression that my grandma used to say, that people who are, wolves will appear to you in sheep's clothing or whatever, that's a common one. Or,
right.
And there are sharks out there, as Chris said, beware of sharks. Yes, there are, but we are doing this to help this particular shark. Is probably one of many in the world, but this particular one needs to be caught and stopped from hurting others. Right. It's not fair. We'll seek legal counsel to reimburse on our funds due, but we don't want anyone else to fall victim to such acts.
No, and I will say that the things we've heard from other people are that this situation is not...
We're not the only ones.
We're not, and that is really sad because... the one thing I wish I could ask him is, how does he sleep at night?
And especially, we've heard from seniors that have said this has happened similar to them. And seniors and then a disabled person, to go after anyone's funds and these, trickery is evil. But to prey on this, disabled seniors, that's just despicable. I don't know how this person sleeps at night, but that's their karma. That'll get them. With our situation, we'll leave it up to our legal counsel. But for others, we just hope you don't have to go through the headache.
Because the reality that we're going to say is, after Justin and I, had we found this out sooner, we
would have shared it. Yeah.
No, I think that this is the type of thing that could really make somebody, if they don't have a good set of friends, this is something that could ruin that dream.
They could taint an area. It could have tainted Calabria for us. Well, it's filled with crooks, and we had a bad experience. But we have so many nice people, so many kind people in the area that we've met that outweighs that one very bad apple in the basket. So we're not saying that anywhere in this world you can encounter the bad apples, and they're everywhere. But in this particular area, in this region of Calabria, we know of a bad apple that very much personally has, frauded us.
I think one reason this is so important, one reason this was so important for us to say is because, you as the watcher could look at this and go, oh, well, duh, you did something incredibly boneheaded, sending it to his personal account. What were you thinking? Yeah,
or you bought remote, what do you expect,
But the reality is that, when you decide to do something like this, there's a good chance that you're so overwhelmed with the excitement, with the oh my God, I'm doing this, that everything sort of becomes surreal to you.
And be careful who you entrust your power of attorney to. It's for one particular act and such. It's not open window to do everything, but still, that's a lot of trust you place in someone to do all your, the contracts in person and sign for you as you. And
it is
trusting.
It is embarrassing to say that this happened.
And we've heard from others that they won't come forward because they're like, I'm so embarrassed, but they tell everybody. And those were stories we would hear, and we're like, thinking now, well, that's their duty to come forward, but we're coming forward. But we don't care if we're embarrassed. We're transparent with you folks.
You guys know we don't care if we're embarrassed. We do
we'll air our dirty laundry and our mistakes. We don't care. We actually do it because we love you all, and even if we haven't met you.
We want your guys' Italian dream to be better than ours at the start.
Yep.
We want you guys to embrace sorry, that was somebody we knew. We want you guys to
have a good experience.
Have a good experience, hitting the ground running in the positive
And this
direction.
is a bad experience we had, which is now discovered in black and white through, professionals who had our back, reviewing everything and saying, hey, this particular person did not pay the HOA $3,000 due. This particular person skimmed €1,000 as a deposit off, which wasn't included. So, these are games and trickery, and it's sad. And like I said, karma will get that person. And in our situation, our legal counsel will take care of it professionally. But other than that, Michael, let's just be careful.
No.
That's what we're missing.
But before we go, we had talked about, and the thing is, this is very passionate, so I'm trying to make sure we don't forget anything. This person is also not just on the thievery thing, but they will take any chance they can, I guess, to
can I tell
destroy your name.
Okay, here's a situation. We met a lovely, lovely viewer who saw us in a restaurant and came up, I know who you are and such stuff. So that person has now we've become friendly and sociable with after their initial meet, spontaneously meeting them. But this particular person, upon the first meet, told us that this person that we're having the problem with, who's taken the money, actually had been going around recently to them, posing as our friend socially. And this person was a client of theirs, and I guess this person was saying, can I meet, Justin and Michael, and they said, oh, sure, let me set up a dinner apparently a couple times. And then apparently this person was at the dinner expecting us to meet us that we never heard back, got invited to from this person. But this person thought that because they had said, oh, they don't show up, or oh, they didn't show up, so we look bad. And this person meets us and tells us that.
It kind of made us makes us look like bitches.
Creeps. Like we were like bitches that, oh, we didn't show up, we were invited. So this particular person never contacted us and said, hey, come to a dinner, I have someone I want to meet you. So that's freaky and weird.
I mean,
so if you're out there and that particular person's saying, oh, you're supposed to meet these people and is pretending they're setting up meets, don't believe it. Come to the source.
And that shows something else too to me, which I told Justin earlier today.
Cheesy.
That shows something else. It's if somebody can lie about something so stupid as that, then this is a person who is fundamentally unable to tell the truth in any situation.
Shady.
And they will make up any situation to benefit them.
Yeah, how cheesy is that? So picture you're us, and then you have these potential viewers, and we love all the viewers. If you've met us, we love meeting you.
That's why we're doing this video.
Yeah, so when people are in town, we love meeting viewers. It's our favorite thing. So if somebody's coming to town and this person's brokering a dinner meet with us and then says, oh, we don't show up apparently a couple times or something,
when we'd not actually heard
even
from
been
them,
invited,
we had not actually heard anything from them
socially
since last August.
So it's crazy to think that somebody's going around saying, oh, they didn't show up and stuff, and that's tacky. All we have is just nothing to say but so
right.
This person, if you're watching, how do you sleep with yourself? Yes, maybe on our videos we're silly or funny and we look like idiots that are easy to rip off, and who cares, or we're just trash and ha ha ha, and you stole from us and you think it's funny.
But see, that's the thing.
Whatever.
That's the thing that I think I'm just gonna say this word. That's the thing that pisses me off, is not only has this person stolen our money, but they were unsuccessful, but they tried to steal our reputation as well.
It's tacky.
They tried to take our reputation and our good name and put that in the mud too.
So stop that. And if you're a viewer and you've asked this particular person, to set up meetings with us, don't trust them doing it. Come to us direct. But now I guess, like I said, karma will take care of that person. We didn't name your name here. So whatever, you know who you are. Possibly some others can, not encounter you if they are so lucky. But anyway, everybody, just be wise. Yes, we're us, and yes, we too get ripped off sometimes, and this is a time, and like I said, our attorney can take care of it. We're not going to lose sleep over it. We'll let the professionals tend to it. This person was given opportunity 2 times via email to kindly please pay up the reimbursement due to us. We have full documentation, so that's up to them how they want to ignore it and such. But our duty to you as a public service announcement is to put the word out there, a generalization of beware, be cautious, just like Chris Sobolev has done. Beware, always review, always, totally check everything with a fine-tooth comb. Be careful who you give a power of attorney to, and do your research,
Absolutely.
and don't trust people that come off extremely charming and stuff just for the factor,
that's not fair, because I'm extremely charming.
No, I mean, don't use that as, oh, they were on TV, or oh, they're charming, or this or that, and oh, they took me, to a restaurant or a store, they're cool.
I think one thing that I would like to reiterate here, because it is important in this video specifically, is, yes, this was a very shady incident by one shady individual, and I want to reiterate that this man is from England. He is not. He is not Italian.
Calabrian.
He is not a Calabrian.
He doesn't represent the Calabrians.
He does not represent Calabria.
Yeah.
You do not represent Calabria,
Yes.
because the Calabrian people are sweet. They are kind. Calabria is a beautiful place.
And you're not going to soil their name.
We got
so
stuck with one bad person.
Yep.
We are doing this video to keep you from that, but we're also wanting to say, do not think this is the norm in Calabria, because people here bend over backwards on a hole to help you out and make you feel
the
welcome.
kindness has outweighed the bad apple of so many other kind people in the area. So,
and I think hopefully you can learn from our mistakes.
yes, and we're not embarrassed to talk about it. But once again, in the comments, please don't ask specifically for this person's name and this and that. That comment section will not be something that we're going to open up to do here.
Right.
like I said before, Chris Sobolev at Super Savvy Travelers Channel has kindly invited folks to kindly go through her if you want to introduce yourself to her, run by realtors, anybody in the area that, contractors, anything in the area that you might want to check. I guess Chris could be Angie's list of the area, so you could, due to her invite, you can run by everything for Chris Sobolev, and she'll be happy to check, because she has great connections with the lovely Scalea police, and she knows who's been on the complaint list and all sorts of stuff like that. So use that resource. You get a chance. If you haven't already met Chris Sobolev, please ask her lots of questions. She's really helpful, and she'll take good care of you as a consultant in the area. I promise that. She's a lovely friend, and we give our thumbs up
and honestly,
for Chris Sobolev to help you.
I know Chris said this or something similar to it in one of her videos, and we can reiterate it, because there were several times where we thought of something.
Hi.
And hey,
hi, Kirsten.
Kirsten.
Hi, Tom. We're filming. You'll hear you in the YouTube background. Lovely. Yes. They're lovely. They're viewers, actually. They originally came up and said hi. These are the
people that, this is what we're saying. Calabria is a nice place.
Yep. And expats are wonderful in the area, too.
I do believe Chris mentioned something like this. And, a lot of times we tend to not go with our gut instincts. A lot of times we will overlook intuition.
Yep.
Don't do it, because the reality is, looking back at it, hindsight, Justin and I can see several times where we remember thinking, something's off here.
Yep.
Something's off. But we didn't listen to it because we got carried away.
And I guess, like I said, obviously we're expats that came here as dreamers, and we know a lot of you are probably the same as us, and you live in a dreamy, spontaneous, impulse-based, thinking. And if you're like us, then you gotta put a little protection mode on and stuff, because we, like I said, we may be an easy target. We may have idiot, written on our forehead to a con man or a shark and stuff, and it is what it is. So maybe we're just too trusting, but the good news is we're not going to lie down and go boo-hoo,
but
cry,
you know what?
we're not.
And I think the best thing we can do is not beat ourselves up, cry, but I do think letting you guys know, giving you this warning was probably the best thing we could do, because we're wanting to make sure it doesn't happen to you.
We're fine, because like I said, we have authorities and legal counsel to take care of it and to protect us, and we took advantage to help, to do that. So if you do, knock on wood, have a problem, seek help from the authorities and legal counsel, and let them take care of it. Don't lose sleep yourself. Make sure everything's documented in documentation, and we have all that legal documentation, a copy of all the wires and such. So it's it's as clear as can be. But this terrible person should have just went, "Oops, I mistakenly," or whatever they want to say, and just reimbursed and paid up. But apparently, if they're going to choose to have a narcissistic ego and just think that they're above the law, then let the legal people take care of that. So, and karma. That's all we have to say.
Well, and I'm going to end this by letting you guys know something you already know, and something we sort of said about the trying to destroy our names. You guys, if you're watching these videos, you know us. We're goofy people. If you've met us in person, you know that we like to meet you guys in person.
Yeah.
If you've not met us in person and you're ever in Italy,
send us a message.
I'm going to say it right now. Send us a message, because we would love to meet you.
Yep.
Do not listen to anybody who's saying anything
don't let anybody
different.
broker a meet with us or whatever in the area, like this other poor viewer was doing apparently 2 times or something, that we didn't quote unquote show up when we never knew about it. So please, if you'd like to meet us, just go ahead and send an invite, and we do our best to fit you in a schedule to grab a coffee or something. We have met many great friends by doing so. And we love you all, and we're happy to welcome you to the area, whether it's for vacation or if you choose.
We will be the good people to welcome you to Calabria.
You're funny. Or if you choose to call this area your future home. It's beautiful in Calabria, and our area of Scalea, as you know. We just love it here, and all the neighboring towns that we're very familiar with and love so many. But anyway, everybody, it's a beautiful day at the beach. We didn't want doom and gloom and have a depressing video, so hopefully this gorgeous background shows you just how much we think of Scalea. It's a gorgeous place. Even when we have something important to tell you, we're going to do it at a beautiful vista of the beach behind us.
And we will end this video by saying one thing before we get into the end, and that one thing is, both Justin and I can say, for the fact that this video is not our usual upbeat, we are sorry, but it was something that needed to be told. It was beneficial to anybody who's going to potentially consider moving.
We're not slandering a particular name, a particular business. We're not doing defamation against a particular name. We're generalizing it.
Right.
A British person.
And yes, Chris Sobolev did it, and that's amazing. But we went through it firsthand.
We were the victims of this person.
We were victimized, and we want to make sure other people are not.
Yep. And exactly. And like I said, this particular person who happens to be from England does not represent the, Calabrian cool realtors that might be around here or
the Calabrian dream.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, it is a dream to be here, and we love it. It's our dream. We love it. We love it. We love it. And we will be happy to vouch for the services of Chris Sobolev, her husband Pete, and their wonderful Super Savvy Travelers channel. Did I get that mouthful?
Super
Savvy Travelers. Yeah, tongue twister. Try that one.
What he was trying to say was Super Savvy Travelers.
Super Savvy Travelers channel here on YouTube. We stand behind them, run everything by Chris Sobolev. If you have a realtor that you'd like to use, or a contractor, or she's got a great resource of knowledge, and like I said, she's very friendly with the wonderful police here in Scalea, so she can run by who's been naughty and who's been nice, I guess.
Right. And so another thing I'm gonna say is, and this is just, I don't care if you're in Italy or where you're at. If something like this happens to you, if somebody in any way plays you for a victim, do not feel embarrassed to come forward and try to help other people. Stand up, because it's a way that you get back your strength, and it is a way that you can own the situation and go, you know what, I'm done.
We're both strong people in any way. If anybody has ever victimized you in any shape or form, stand up. Don't cower and hide and feel you don't have a voice. You do have a voice. Speak. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. Don't be embarrassed.
Right.
Okay? We're happy to share it all with you here today. Thank you for your time on this important issue.
Thank you for your continued support.
Yes.
We love you guys so much.
Yes.
That's why we posted this video.
Let's celebrate. We sold that condo. Yay!
Yeah!
We're at the beautiful beach. We are in shorts. Yay! It's warm. Enjoy the beautiful things in life. Stop to smell the roses and let the demons be taken care of.
The reality is, I'm going to use a metaphor here. Justin just said, stop and smell the roses. They're everywhere. Unfortunately, with every rose comes a few thorns.
Yep.
So just be careful.
Hey, let the authorities and
be careful, and watch out for the little pricks.
And hey, and let the demons be handled properly. Let the authorities, let
I'm not
attorneys handle.
Well, I don't want to call him a demon because that gives too much power. So, watch for the parasites.
The parasites, yep, and let the professionals take care of them. And sure enough, karma will take care of them as well. Right. We love you all. Thank you for your time, and hopefully we've inspired you to watch your back. Okay. But have fun. Don't let that stop you from daring to dream. You can still have a dreamy personality and be impulsive. Just
because we do.
Yeah, you can still be a dreamer, but just watch your back, okay?
Okay, so we're going to end this video the same way we always do. Baci. And dare to dream.
Take care, everybody.
Hey everybody, it's official. Prego Italia merchandise is here. So please visit the website shown here to get your hands on some Prego Italia gear. Hey everyone, so we have exciting news. We are now on Patreon, and you can find the link to that right here below.
There will be the info for you to find us, Patreon. We actually, in advance, want to thank you very much for your patronage.
Thank you.
Your support will enable us to grow this channel to where we hope it gets to be, and also enable us to travel throughout Italy and share many more experiences with you. So thank you in advance. Baci.
Baci.